Okay, today I'll be explaining how to take the derivative using the chain rule. The equation for the chain rule is f of g of x, the derivative of f of g of x, times the derivative of g of x. An example problem will be x squared plus x to the third to the fourth power. Now, what we have to do is break this up into this equation. So we have to find f of x, g of x, f prime of x, and g prime of x. Since it's the inside-outside rule, you take the inside, and the inside is x, and then the power is the fourth. G of x is the inside, so we take x squared plus x to the third. Now f prime is you take the 4 and carry it down, and then you minus 1, which is 3. So it's fx to the third, and then the derivative of g of x is 2x plus 3x to the second. Now what we have to do is plug it back into the original function. So you take f of x, f of g of x, f prime of g of x, and g of x is x squared plus x third. So you take the derivative over here and you place it in here. So it's f x squared plus x third to the third, and then you times the g prime, which is g prime over here, and then you just multiply by that. And that problem is done. Okay. Now a more difficult problem is with division, but it's also still inside-outside rule, so let's figure out what's f of x and what's g of x. So the inside is the equation and the outside is to the fourth, so you know f of x is just x to the fourth. G of x is the inside of the problem, so it's x minus 1 over x squared plus x plus 1. F prime of x is the derivative of f of x, so we carry the 4 down and then minus 1, so it's fx to the third. G prime of x will be a little bit more complicated. And this, we have to use the quotient rule. So what we do is we take this rule right here for this equation, x minus 1, x squared plus x plus 1. And we do f prime equals 1. And g is x squared plus x plus 1. So that's the bottom. The top is f, the bottom is g. And then, so then you come up with this equation after you use the quotient rule. Because you minus f, and then g prime is 2x plus 1. And then g squared, so g is x squared plus x plus 1 squared. Now on the top top and bottom we have like terms, which is x squared plus x plus 1. On the bottom we have a squared 1, on the top we have a 1, so we can cancel one of the ones on the bottom. And you end up getting this equation, and we can factor these out, and then you end up getting 2x squared minus 1 minus x minus 1. And then you just take the bottom, which was x squared plus x plus 1. So all of that equals g prime of x. So now, again, we would have to plug it into the rule, which is f prime of g of x. And we know f prime of x is fx to the third, so we plug g in instead of the x, which is fx minus 1, x squared plus x plus 1 to the third, times what we just found was g prime of x. So we multiply it by 2x squared minus 1 minus minus x minus 1 over x squared plus x plus 1.